Hello, sports fans, and welcome to Waco ISD Stadium for another exciting night of Texas high school football. Coming to you from the Butch Henry Press Box, I'm Lark Smith to describe the action for you tonight as the Waco Lions host the Raiders from Fort Worth Southwest. The Raiders, under their second-year head coach Philip Tanner, went 4-6 a year ago. They play in District 4, 5A Division 2. That's a division below Waco High, who's in Division 4A Division 1. That's District 4, 5A Division 1. Lyndon Helt is in his third year as the head coach of the Waco Lions. Got his first 2 wins a year ago as the head man of the Lions. 2-18 on his career now. The visitors from Fort Worth Southwest return 18 lettermen from last year's team. They lost 20 lettermen to graduation. Of those returning, 8 starters are on the offensive side, 6 starters on the defensive side. Waco High, meanwhile, returning 24 letter winners from last year, only losing 14 lettermen. 7 of those starters are on the offensive side, 7 starters on the defensive side. Outstanding night for football here at Waco ISD Stadium, except for the heat. It's a little warm, 104 degrees, our game time temperature, with a southeast breeze at about 5 miles per hour, but it's a dry heat, only 28% humidity, so they tell us a dry heat's not as tough as a humid heat, but you know what? It's still pretty tough down on that turf, where that turf can absorb that afternoon sun and radiate that back up through your shoes. Both teams getting lined up for the coin toss. Well, I already see one problem on our roster that we were given for Southwest. There's a number 3 as one of their captains, and we don't have a number 3 on their roster. But their captains include Blaine Harrell, Donovan Holden, and Raylon Carter. Let's join the officials on the field for the coin toss, led by our referee Nelson Barnes.
Gentlemen, this is Mr. Gerald Ward. He'll be the umpire this evening. My name is Nelson Barnes. I'll be the referee. We've already taken care of the toss. Waco High has won the toss, elected to receive, elected to kick to the scoreboard. Center backs around. Waco has won the toss, elected to receive. Gentlemen, shake hands. Good luck.
So Waco wants the ball to start the game. As I mentioned, Nelson Barnes, our referee. Darrell Ward is our umpire tonight. Bill Lawrence, the head linesman. Steve Stone will take care as the line judge. Michael Teal is the back judge. Our field judge is Jarrell Proctor, and our side judge, Pee Wee Necessary. They're all out of the Waco chapter of the Texas Association of Officials. The Waco Junior ROTC lined up on the south end zone, getting ready to present the colors for our national anthem. So let's join our stadium announcer, George Snookhouse.
Ladies and gentlemen, Waco High Army Junior ROTC is under the direct command Sergeant Major Willie Jones and First Sergeant James Harton State. The Lions Battalion holds the highest rating a Junior ROTC can have as honor unit distinction. The unit mission is to motivate young people to become better citizens. The colors are being presented by the Waco High Junior ROTC color guard, consisting of right guard, Cadet Private, First Eric Palacios. American flag, Cadet Sergeant Ariana Melendez. Texas flag, Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Yesenia Antonio. United States Army flag, Cadet Captain Jarvis Wilson. Waco High Junior ROTC Battalion flag, Cadet Sergeant First Class Mario Arvalo. Left guard, Cadet Captain Saul Lawrence. We ask that both teams and fans face colors on the field during the playing of our national anthem. At this time, we'll have the national anthem played by the Waco High School band.
Fort Worth Southwest has been playing football since 1968. Comes in with an all-time record of 266 wins, 292 losses, and 7 ties. They've won 8 district championships and made 19 trips to the postseason, but no state championships. Their playoff record is just 2-18 over the time that they've been able to get into the postseason. 4-6 over the last 2 seasons. Only 1 season in their history have they had 10 wins. That was 2007. They've only had 1 winless season. That was 1981.
It is football time.
The Waco Lions, meanwhile, started playing football in 1986 after the consolidation of the Waco schools, Richfield, Jefferson Moore, and Waco High. First 23 years, they were led by Johnny Tuso on the gridiron. And an interesting note is in his last 14 years as the head coach, the Lions won 106 games and lost only 62. Over the last 14 years since his retirement, the Lions have won only 55 while losing 92. Lions have been in the postseason 25 times with 11 district titles. They got an all-time record of 236 wins, 178 losses, two ties, but they have no state titles so far. Lions have had 5 seasons with 10 or more wins. They've suffered 10 losing seasons, but half of those have been in the last 5 years. And they were winless only once, and that was in 2021. We are underway. Ball is going to be kicked out of bounds. So the Waco Lions will most likely take the penalty and advance the ball another 5 yards and start at their own 30-yard line. These are the starters that Lyndon Helt has decided to go with in the opener. Starting with his center, number 52 is Rayshawn Tolliver. The guards are DeAndre Smith and Kelvin Young. The tackles are Jonathan Jackson and Dante Ward. R.J. Young will be the quarterback. He'll have Mason Smith Welcome in the backfield with him. And 4 wide receivers. Handoff goes to Mason. He'll get only back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 10 at the 29. Make it at the 29 is where they mark it. Those wide receivers include number 17, Marcus Chandler. Number 1, Reggie Lewis. Number 14, Robert Wireman. And number 12, Dwayne Simmons. Back to pass. Complete across the middle to Reggie Lewis. Lewis trying to get loose. Has the first down and more. And out to the 46-yard line. A gain of 12 on the play. On the pass to Lewis. And the first down of the game for Waco High. R.J. Young last year injured in the second game of the year. Just the first of many injuries that the Lions suffered last year at the quarterback spot. Forcing Coach Helt and his staff to use a number of people at the quarterback spot, including Reggie Lewis and LZ Amos. There goes Mason Smith. Welcome with the football across the 50 into Raiders territory down to the 48-yard line. Brings up a 3rd down and 4 after the 6-yard pickup by Mason Smith. Welcome. Into enemy territory for the first time tonight. Send the flanker to the left side of the formation this time. Straight ahead running is the quarterback, Young, and he'll have the second first down up to the 42-yard line. All right, it's 1st and 10. Pickup of about 8 on the play for RJ. Good series of downs to open up the season for the Waco High offense. Chandler goes in motion, now stops, reverses field, handoff to Smith. Welcome. He's hammered as soon as he gets to the line of scrimmage, falls forward for a yard up to the 41.
The ball's handed off number 22, Smith, maybe picking up a yard on that play.
Brings up a 2nd down and 9.
Brings up 2nd down and 9.
Handoff goes to Smith. Welcome. He's got lots of room. Gets into the linebacker core and upended when he gets to the 35-yard line. Good reaction there by Keno Tillman coming up to make the stop for the Raiders. But a gain of 6 yards on the play. Brings up a 3rd and 4 at the 35. Clock continues to roll with 8:20 left to go in the first quarter. Again, the handoff to Smith. Welcome. Carries a Raider across the 35 to about the 33. But only a 2-yard pickup. Going to bring up 4th down and 2 at the 33. Well, the Raider defense starting to stiffen up. That defense led by Raylon Carter and Hazlip Kane. Looking to keep the Lions from getting their 3rd first down. Punt or snap goes over the quarterback's head. And he's going to end up losing yardage on the play. And actually, that was Jamian Moore. And a quarterback, number 19. He's listed as a linebacker. So Moore going to get the loss all the way back to the 45. That's a loss of 12 on the play. And the ball goes over on downs with 7:33 left to go in the first quarter. Good chance now to see the Waco defense and what they have in store. Handoff goes to Keno Tillman, who's playing both ways. He's got the ball out to the 49-yard line in Waco territory. Pick up a 6 on the play. Second down and 4. Two tight end formation for the Raiders. Once again, it's Tillman with a handoff, and he gets loose into the secondary and down to the Waco High 35-yard line. Another pickup of 14 on that play for Tillman. Quarterback is Dominic Lane. First and 10. Watch the top of your screen, number 25, Martavius Boswell. He's their playmaker, but they're going to hand it off to Tillman one more time. Gets a block from Boswell on the edge, and he's headed for the end zone, and he'll dance in for the touchdown from 35 yards out, thanks to an outstanding block by Martavius Boswell on the left edge. So it only took him 3 plays after stopping the Lions' own downs to go the 55 yards. Did a minute and 19 seconds. The extra point kicker wasn't necessarily ready to start kicking this quick after the touchdown. Sure enough, he's able to get it through the uprights. So with 6 minutes and 17 seconds left to go in the first quarter, Southwest Raiders on the scoreboard first, ahead 7-0 over the Waco Lions. Now, I was told that because of the heat that the teams are going to get a hydration break at the 6-minute mark of the first quarter and also the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. This being a natural break with just 17 seconds left before that 6 minutes, I'm going to think this is where they will take that hydration break, that extra little bit of time, to give these players a chance to recover from the heat. I do look off to our southeast, and looks like there may be some rain falling between here and Riesel, Texas. But it's not cooling anything off here. Well, it looks like they're going to go ahead with the kickoff here. Waco High going to receive a kick for the second time. Previous kick went out of bounds. I'd like to tell you who the kicker was, but I don't have a name corresponding to that number on the roster that they gave me. Pooch kick, taken in at the 19-yard line. And apparently someone called for a fair catch. I don't think it was Marcus Chandler because he took off with the football. But if they call for a fair catch, then the ball goes to the 25-yard line. Head coach Philip Tanner wants an explanation as to why the whistle blew and why the play was stopped. I think Lyndon Helt be the one that would ask that question because Chandler looked like he was headed for pay dirt. But Waco's going to get the ball for the second time at their own 25-yard line. That's where they started their last drive. Once again, R.J. Young back at the quarterback spot. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw, complete up to the 30-yard line, up to about the 35-yard line. On the reception is Dwayne Simmons. Pick up a 10 on the play and a first down. Chandler, the wide out to the near side. Wide out to the far side is Robert Wireman. Put the flanker in motion. He gets the handoff, and the linebacker blitzes through and gets him for about a 3-yard loss. Outstanding play from the linebacker spot by Hayslip Kane. Kane a year ago, just as a sophomore last year, had 70 tackles, 1 sack, and 2 interceptions. One of the top returners. Well, Simmons stopped on that play for a -2 yards. Brings up a 2nd down at the 33. Fake the handoff. Man open deep downfield. It's Chandler, and Chandler is going to outrun them all. He gets into the end zone. A 67-yard pitch and catch from R.J. Young to Marcus Chandler, and the Waco Lions are on the board for the first time this year. On to attempt the extra point is Alberto Rodriguez. Good snap, good hold. Kick is going to go wide to the left, though. Well, I apologize. Apparently, their kick also went wide because on the scoreboard, this says the score is 6-6. Sometimes it pays to pay attention to the scoreboard. So with 4 minutes and 59 seconds left to go in the first quarter, we're all tied at 6 apiece. $75 yards in 3 plays. Took a minute and 18 seconds. So both teams able to strike quickly. The Raiders 55 yards in 3 plays in a minute 19. The Lions 75 yards in 3 plays in a minute 18. See if Waco High tries its best to direct this away from number 25, who's the deep back on the near side. That's Martavius Boswell. Josiah Jackson on the far side. Goes towards Jackson's side and goes out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Get the kick out of bounds. I believe that will move it up to the 30, where the Raiders will get the ball for the second time.
We kick out of bounds, number 48 on the kicking team. It's a 5-yard penalty from the out-of-bounds spot. 1st and 10, Southwest.
Well, we've played a little more than 6 minutes in the season, and the only 2 penalties we have been kicks out of bounds. So that's a good sign for both of these ball clubs. Their coaching staffs not having to worry about penalties so early. But now that I say that, we'll probably get about 5 or 6 flags in a row. Waco defense with a 3-man front. Foley, Bryant, and Dugas, the 3 down linemen. Man goes in motion. Handoff, though, goes to the running back, Tillman. He bounces it outside and is finally ridden out of bounds on the far side at the 38-yard line for a gain of 8. Second down and 2. Tillman has been their workhorse. Basically run 4 plays, and he's carried it every time. 63 yards and a touchdown on his 4 carries. Send the flanker in motion to the left. Good step. Fake the handoff. On the keeper, the quarterback coming to the near side is upended when he gets to the 45-yard line. Donovan Nolden, his first carry of the night. Gets 7 out of it, the first down. Linebackers for the Lions. O'Shawn Neal, LZ Amos, Adrian Gonzalez. Once again, the handoff goes to, well, this was now it's Raylon Carter with the carry. First time we've seen Carter carry the football. He gets no gain on the play. We mentioned earlier, Carter's going to play on both sides of the ball. Last year, just 374 yards, but 3 TDs, but also had 45 tackles on defense with 3 sacks. Raiders face a second down and 10. Waco changing their defensive look, back to pass. Throw across the middle. Deflected and knocked away. Waco line got right in the middle of that one. I believe that was Alex Gonzalez from his linebacker spot, a 5'9", 200-pound senior. Getting a hand on that and breaking up that pass. Bring up a second down and 10. Stack the receivers on each side. Coming on a rush. Quarterback gets away from it. Gets across the 50, and then he's nailed at the Waco 49-yard line. I believe that was little Stephen Lloyd who came up from a cornerback spot to bring him to the turf. Fourth and 3 at the Waco 48-yard line. Back to punt. Punts over there. Snaps over the punter's head. Chases it all the way back to the 25-yard line. Tries to get it off. Able to get a roller. And it's going to get down to the 35-yard line. That's not too bad a result considering the bad snap. Waco High gets a chance to grab the lead for the first time as they get the ball with 2:30 left to go in the first quarter at their own 36-yard line. Next action for the Waco Lions will be on the road. They will travel up to Fort Worth to take, or actually Dallas, to take on W.T. White. It looks like they're taking their hydration break here with 2:30 left to go. Mind you, this is the Derek Johnson Hall of Fame Classic. During halftime, new members to be inducted into the Waco Athletic Hall of Fame. Also, we'll hear from our host, Derek Johnson, during those activities. That's all coming up at halftime. Waco High got a couple of first downs on their first possession, but had a fourth and 2 snap go over the head of the quarterback. Turned the ball over to Southwest at the 45-yard line where they turned a touchdown in 3 plays to take an early 6-0 lead, but the Lions answered right back. going 75 yards in 3 plays, scoring on a 67-yard touchdown pass to Marcus Chandler. Mason Smith, welcome. Punishes a couple of people getting around the end, and actually that's LZ Amos at the running back spot. He is a punisher when he gets the football, and you can see exactly why. Picks up another first down all the way out to the 49-yard line to pick up a 13 on the play for LZ Amos. He was one of the returning studs for the Lions from a year ago. 6 foot, 215 pounds, runs a 4.6 40. Back in at that running back spot. Gets the football, goes straight up the middle. Despite the fact he was hit at the line of scrimmage, able to fall forward for a couple of yards. Up to the 47. Actually, that was 15 yards a while ago, wasn't it, for Amos? Because they got across midfield. Fake the handoff to Amos. The receiver screen to the near side. Nice job of breaking into the screen by the Raider defense, as Chandler's only able to get to the 40-yard line, but again, it picks up a first down for the Lions. Pick up a 7 on the pass play. Nathan Vogel, the offensive coordinator, along with the offensive staff, signaling in the play from the near sideline. Amos takes the handoff, unable to get any momentum in the backfield quickly. For the Raiders is Hector Martinez. So he lost 3 back to the 43-yard line, brings up a 2nd and 13. Joseph Bedford now checks in at the running back spot, number 27. They go with a 2-back set this time. Young rolling left, stops, throws underneath. Complete at the sideline at the 29-yard line. Great catch by Reggie Lewis. Gets the Lions another first down. A 15-yard pickup and another first down for the Lions. Nice pass from R.J. Young there. The right-hander going to his left, having to square up the shoulders. Made a pinpoint pass at the sideline. Again, the 2-back set with 2 receivers to the far side. Now Lewis comes to the near side. Handoff, though, goes to Mason Smith. Welcome. He'll get it up to the 21-yard line. A gain of 7 on the play. Lions offense has done a pretty good job of not shooting at itself in the foot so far. Just the 1 bad snap on the 4th and 2 that turned the ball over to the Raiders. But that's going to be our final play of our first quarter with our score. Waco High 6 and the Southwest Raiders 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the end zone of the Lions. We want to welcome back a Waco High legend for tonight's game, Derek Johnson, known as DJ, number 56. We are honored to have him return to his alma mater, and tonight's game is referred to as the Derek Johnson Kickoff Classic. Derek was a 2001 graduate of Waco High School, where he earned Parade All-American honors and was a 2-time first-team All-State selection his junior and senior year. Played college football at the University of Texas, where he was a 4-year starter and earned consensus All-American honors twice. He was drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs with the 15th overall selection in the first round of the 2005 NFL Draft. In his 13 seasons with the Chiefs, he made 4 Pro Bowls and finished his career with the Oakland Raiders. We want to welcome Derek Johnson back, home where he sponsors this game annually. Welcome back, DJ number 56.
Well, unfortunately, the interception is going to turn the tables on Waco High. I'm looking back to see if there's any flags anywhere, and there are no flags anywhere. So the Raiders get the defensive score to start the second quarter. A sudden 6 will bring the kicking team, well, maybe not. They may go for 2 here since they missed their first extra point. Waco High defense has got their back to the end zone here, and they're looking for a 2-point play. Play clock is down to 6. And now coach is going to call a timeout as that sudden 6 kind of upset everything. Nobody was expecting to have to get the extra point team out on the field. Well, Philip Tanner uses his first timeout of the first half. Things were going pretty good for R.J. Young. 5 for 5 for 116 yards and a 67-yard touchdown pass in the first quarter. But his first pass of the second quarter goes the other way for 6. But you got to learn how to handle those ups and those downs. Mentioned earlier that Waco High is in District 4 of 5A Division 1. That includes Belton, Shoemaker, Midlothian, Red Oak, Killeen Ellison, Killeen High, Granbury, and Cleburne. A 9-team district, so the Lions only get 2 non-conference games, or 2 non-district games to be able to get ready for the district schedule. Holden at quarterback. That's Tillman in the backfield with him. Fakes the handoff, tries to run it himself, gets out of the grasp of a would-be tackler, and finally is run out of bounds along the far sideline. Amias Irvin able to slow him down and make sure that he doesn't get into the end zone. So with 11 minutes, 11 seconds left to go in the first half, Southwest has a 12-6 lead. Holding penalty on the try is going to be refused by Waco High. So the Lions still within striking distance. Down by a touchdown. Fort Worth Southwest in District 4, 5A Division 2, in a district with Colleyville Heritage, Grapevine, Arlington Heights, Fort Worth Wyatt, along with 4 other Fort Worth schools, Northside, Trimble Tech, and Fort Worth Polytech. Eight-team districts, so they get 3 non-district games. They'll also play Wilmer Hutchins and Joshua before they open district play against Fort Worth Wyatt on September the 23rd. Pop-up kick taken at the 30-yard line. Good job of running forward with the football. Wireman with the pickup of the short kick. Sets Waco up in decent field position. One of those things I was told by my coaches, never let a kick ball hit the ground. Good job by Robert Wireman to make sure that happened. So the Lions 62 yards away from getting a chance to grab the lead here. Send Chandler wide to the far side. Reggie Lewis will be in the slot on the near side. Mason Smith, welcome, will be the running back. Fake the handoff to him. The throw is in the flat, and it's a little underthrown for Chandler. He's not able to come up with it. 2nd and 10 at the Waco 38. So Ross and DJ Scott are the two coaches who take care of the quarterbacks. Reggie Lewis Sr., the running backs coach for the Lions. Young hands it off to Mason Smith, welcome, and he's not welcomed at the line of scrimmage as once again the Raiders get there quickly and keep him up in the backfield. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 10. Chandler wide left. Rolling that way, Young stops, throws. Chandler gets behind the defense, has the catch, and he's off to the races one more time. A 62-yard strike, and the Lions are back on the board. Dialing long distance to Marcus Chandler. Beautiful pitch and catch from R.J. Young to Marcus Chandler, and Chandler outruns the Raiders to the end zone. Jose Almanza on to try the point after. Well, they're going to hand it off to, or snap it straight to Mason Smith. Welcome, and he'll go over the good blocking on the right side, get it into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. So the Lions take the lead at 14-12 with 10 minutes and 26 seconds left to go before halftime. Once again, just 3 plays, and the Lions get on the board. Three plays, 62 yards. Took 45 seconds for that drive. And the Lions have the lead for the first time in the 2023 season. Jose Almanza, 5'5", 140-pound junior. Sets the tee up on the near 40 hash mark. Has the ball fall off the tee, so he's going to have to reset it. That's Lawrence Taylor with the football. Gets it up to the 32-yard line. No, not that Lawrence Taylor. Waco defense looking for a stop here. Donovan Nolden, the quarterback. Well, they set a offset eye here with Taylor as the running back behind the quarterback. On the counter, pitches it to Taylor. Taylor around the left side, gets around the corner. Finally brought down after he gets the first down. Over there to knock him out of bounds was LZ Amos. And not before he picked up the first down. Got it out to the 47-yard line and pick up a 15 for Lawrence Taylor. Throw in the flat, complete. Finally taken out of bounds by Jalen Good. Waco 44, pick up the pace, hand off and quickly into the backfield. Ball's loose and looks like Waco High's on top of it. I believe LZ Amos was the first one to get in there, and coming up with the football was O'Shawn Neal. Waco High gets the stop they were looking for and take possession of the football with 9:38 left to go in the first half. Got their best field position to start a series at the 47-yard line in their own end of the field. Chandler, the wide out on the far side, still just getting single team coverage. Lions go with a two tight end formation this time. Hand it off to Mason Smith. Welcome. Gets a block on the edge from Chandler and has the first down and then wrestled out of bounds after picking up the first down. And the Southwest Territory at the 43-yard line. Pick up a 10 on the play. Again, the Lions look like they're going to go with the two tight end set. Reggie Lewis, the slot back on the far side, but the handoff, they do pass it to Lewis straight across the middle. On a crossing pattern, gets it up to the 47-yard line. I make that the 37-yard line and pick up a 6 on the play to Reggie Lewis. 2nd and 4. Once again, Lewis in the slot. Handoff goes to Amos. LZ straight up the middle and headed for the end zone. 37-yard touchdown scamper for LZ Amos. And the Lions extend their lead. And once again, it's a 3-play touchdown drive. Once again, they're going to look like they're going to go for two. Mason Smith, welcome, rolls over the right side and gets in for the 2 points. Well, 22-12, our score. Lions up by 10 with 8:47 left to go in the first half. 53 yards in those 3 plays. And took 51 seconds to do it. Well, right now, the Lions' only hiccup was the interception that was returned for 6 by the Raiders. Otherwise, the offense has done its job so far, running 27 plays for 269 yards here in the first half. They set it up on the far hash mark this time. For the kickoff from Alberto Rodriguez, 5'11", 200-pound junior. Pops it up toward the near side. Caught at the 35-yard line. A good job of getting away from pursuit. And finally brought out of bounds is Hayslip Kane at the 42-yard line. Season opener for both teams. Lions looking for the 3rd win in the career of Lyndon Helt as the head coach. Done a good job of rebuilding this Waco High program. And a lot of youngsters out for football this year. Wide receiver on the near side looks like he's lined up in the neutral zone. We'll see if we'll get a flag for that or not. No flag thrown. Handoff goes to the running back going around the far side. That's Tillman. Tillman started at that running back spot and had a pretty good run of 5 carries for 75 yards. His first carry here in the second quarter. He gets it to the Waco High 49. Pass, well, got a procedure call against the Raiders.
Number 3, 5-yard penalty, remains second down.
And that's the first flag other than a kick out of bounds that we've seen in the game so far, which is unusual this early in the year. Brings up a second down and about 5. On the pitch, Waco High is there. Nice gang tackling, led by Tyrone Sumner, as there was no place for Lawrence Taylor to run. Giving progress up to the 43-yard line. 2-yard loss on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 8. Taylor in the slot now on the near side. Back to pass. Flushed. Rolls right, clears. Throw is right at the line to gain, but he is undermined as soon as the ball arrives there. Outstanding job on defense from Amias Irvin. Acrobatic catch, though. It's an incomplete pass. Pardon me. I thought maybe he had the ball, but good job by Irvin to separate him from the football. We got 4th and 8 at the 43. And looks like the punt team's going to come on. Reggie Lewis going to be the single receiver back for the Lions.
Please play 7:20 on the game clock. The pass was incomplete.
They're going to run the clock back to 7:20, the game clock. As the clock kept running, thinking it was a completed pass a moment ago, like I thought. Lewis waits back at his 20-yard line. Decent snap, gets the punt away just out before the rush gets there. Lewis makes the catch at the 25, reverses field, and picking up blockers. Got one man to beat. He turned him inside to where the pursuit was, and he got it out to the 41-yard line. But about a 16-yard return for Reggie Lewis. Sets the Lions up for one more score with 7:06 to go in the first half, leading 22-12. Lewis with an excellent job of setting up his blockers, coming to the near side and then reversing field. Even better job by the kick pursuit team for the Raiders to shut that down. Chandler and Lewis are wide to the far side. Wireman wide to the near side. He goes in motion. And a flag thrown as we got procedure against Waco High. Somebody on that offensive line moved before the snap.
Number 52, 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Point the finger at Rayshawn Tolliver. 6 foot, 265-pound junior on that offensive line. He's in at the center spot. Young to pass, is hit, ball is lost. Who's on the bottom of the pile? Someone for the Raiders has the football. He's at Blaine Harrell is the one who's recovered the fumble. Well, now the Raiders have a chance to get it close at halftime as they have it at basically point blank range at the Waco 29-yard line. Second turnover of the night against the Lions. 1 interception, 1 fumble. See what head coach Philip Tanner wants to do here. He sends trips to the left. Has Tillman in the backfield. Tillman takes the handoff and will be smothered. Quickly in the backfield is sophomore linebacker Jalen Good. No gain on the play. Nice play from the middle linebacker there. Stopped that one before it got going. Clock moves with 6.5 left in our second quarter. Waco High on top, 22-12. Again, we have a whistle at the snap.
Timeout, Southwest.
Southwest called a timeout before the snap. Apparently they didn't see, they saw something in defense they didn't like for what play they had called. That'll be the second timeout that Philip Tanner has used in this first half. He's got one left. Stick around for our halftime show as 3 new members are going to be inducted into the Waco High Athletic Hall of Fame. Trey Thomas, Reggie Miller, and Charlie Rigney. All part of the Hall of Fame weekend with former Lion Derek Johnson hosting the event. Derek, after his days playing for Johnny Tusa, went down to the University of Texas. Earned himself a spot in the NFL with the Kansas City Chiefs. Well, officially they gave Tillman a yard on that last play. I don't know how, but anyway, they say it's 2nd down and 9 from the 28. Maybe taking a little bit of extra time at this timeout for the water break, the hydration break. Again, we started the game with a game time temperature of 104 with a relative humidity of 28%. There was some rain clouds off to the east, but they have dissipated as of now. 2nd down and 8, or 2nd down and 9, pardon me. Handoff goes to Tillman around the left side. Once again, he's going to be wrapped up by Jalen Good. Pretty good pickup on the play, though.
Bring up 2nd down and 2, 3rd down.
Pick up a 7 on the play. 3rd and 2 from the 21. Golden looks to the sideline for possible change of the play. Straight ahead handoff, though, goes to Taylor. And Taylor will be close to the 1st down. Straight ahead running, going in behind his right guard and center. Actually, I said that was 11. It was 17. Raylon Carter with the carry. They go quickly, pass out in the flat. Complete to number 3, who we have no name for on the roster. Picked up 7 on the play, and Waco High is going to call their first time out of the game. Once again, the Lions unable to do anything with their first possession of the game. Gave the ball up on downs at the 45-yard line. 3 plays later, the Raiders were in the end zone for the first time. Extra point was no good. They're up 6-0 with 6:17 left to go in the first quarter. The Lions, though, answered right back, going 75 yards in 3 plays, getting a touchdown pass from R.J. Young to Marcus Chandler for 67 yards. Tied the game at 6 with 4:59 left in that first quarter. Then after a Waco High defensive stop, the Lions were stopped by an interception that was returned for a touchdown by the Raiders. So with 11 left to go in the first half, Southwest had a 12-6 lead, but the Lions have put the last 2 touchdowns on the board and also 2 two-point conversions on the board since then. Raiders trying to make it a little closer at the intermission here. Coming to the left, Tillman looking for some room, and boy, is he form tackled. Outstanding job by Isaiah Livingston coming up from his cornerback spot. Loss of 4 on the play. From the 15. Fake the handoff, gets out from under a rush, throws the ball for the corner, and nobody's home. He's just getting rid of it there. Outstanding job on third down by the Lion defense to force a throwaway. So the Lion defense up to the challenge here with their backs against the wall, trying to hold on to their 10-point lead heading into halftime. Clock stopped with 4:16 left to go in the second period. Taylor and Tillman, backs in the backfield. Quarterback keeper, man, as he unloaded on. Once again, it's the middle linebacker, Jalen Good, there to bring him down at the 15-yard line for no gain. So the Lion defense holds, gets the football with 4:11 left to go in the first half and a chance to increase their lead. Though they're 85 yards away from pay dirt. Make that 86. The ball's marked at the 14. Marcus Chandler, the wide out to the left. Two-back backfield with R.J. Young. Snap gets through his hands. Tries to pick it up. It's finally picked up by Waco Lion. I think Mason Smith-Welcome is able to save the Lions' bacon. Picked it up at the 1-yard line, but now their backs against the wall on the 13-yard loss. As R.J. Young just let it slide through his hands. It was a good snap. Just a little lack of concentration on the part of R.J. Might almost be smart to just go ahead and give him the 2 here to kick the ball away. Clock rolling, though, with under 3:30 left to go. Out of the end zone. A straight run for R.J. Young. Maybe gets a yard out to the 2. Third about 22 from the 2-yard line. Got to get out to the 24. Clock rolls under 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Waco with a 22-12 lead. Waco High coaching staff milking the play clock a little bit here. I think they're going to call a timeout before we run another play. And sure enough, that's what Lyndon Helt indicates, as he wants a timeout here to discuss things.
Timeout, Waco. That is their second charge timeout of the half.
So both teams have one timeout left. Lions have had 3 miscues on the offensive side of the ball, with a interception, a fumble, and now a bad, or I won't call it a bad snap, let's just say a badly handled snap. They put their backs against the wall here late in the first half, but they have a lead by 10 points over the Fort Worth Southwest Raiders. Again, the Lions next week will be on the road at W.T. White. memory serves me correct, that was one of their wins last year here at Waco ISD Stadium. But my memory ain't what it used to be. Well, here we go with third and a bunch. LZ Amos has joined R.J. Young in the backfield. He takes the handoff, bounces it outside, gets some running room, at least some kicking room for the kicker as he gets it out to, well, they're going to mark him at the 8. Pick up a 6 on the play. It was 4th down and 16.
Number 8, it looks like this great Sumter on the carry. He's going to bring up 4th down.
I beg your pardon, that was number 8, Tyrone Sumter, not LZ Amos. I'll stand corrected. So punting out of his end zone. Has to go off to the side to get the snap, gets off a pretty good punt. Gets it at the 35-yard line. No fair catch called for, but flags are thrown anyway. That's when you need a blocking back up front, tell you to put that hand up. He got unloaded on. Apparently no worse for the wear, but the officials are going to throw the flags. And that'll be a big mark off of probably 15 yards down to the 20-yard line and give the Raiders one more chance to cut into the 10-point Waco lead just before intermission.
On the offense, 15-yard penalty, first down Southwest.
They say fair catch interference, but I didn't see a hand go up, but apparently they did, so. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Southwest with 1:47 left to go in the first half. And they'll have the ball at the 20 in Waco territory. At least it's not at the 2. Instructions issued. Raiders show 3 wide receivers to the right of the formation. Now we got a whistle at the snap. And a procedure call against the Raiders. That'll make them back, or send them back 5.
False start. Offense, number 14. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Taylor and Kevin Cheeks among the receivers on the right of the formation. Looks like they're going to change the play according to the defense that they see. Still 17 seconds left on the play clock. Move Tillman from the right to the left. Tillman takes the handoff and has a lot of running room up the middle, and he is headed for the end zone. 25-yard scamper by Keno Tillman. Closes the gap to 22-18 with 1:41 to go. Here they're going to go for just 1. Number 81 doing the kicking. Also, we have no name for that number on the roster provided by Fort Worth Southwest. He's good with the point after. So we got 101 seconds left of the first half. Waco High's lead has been cut to 3 at 22-19. After the 5-yard penalty, a 25-yard gallop by Keno Tillman. Gets the Raiders on the board for the 3rd time here in the first half. A lot of that set up by the snap that went through the quarterback's hands on the previous possession by Waco High. Had some quick touchdown possessions. That one only took 6 seconds off of the game clock. They had taken about 10 minutes off the life of Lyndon Helt. See what the Lions' plan is here on kick return. As Chandler is deep along with Reggie Lewis. Raiders' last kickoff pooched it short. Wireman took care of it. Again, they pooch it short. Wireman has it at the 32. Gets it up to about the 37. A minute 37 left for Waco High to try to do something.
Number 41, kicking team. 5-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
So the Lions get benefit of that 5-yard penalty.
Foul on number 21.
Elijah Miles with the infraction.
Correction. The penalty will be set 5 yards and re-kick.
Waco High decides to let him re-kick the ball as opposed to taking the 5-yard penalty after the run back. Not so sure about that decision. They would have had the ball at the 40-yard line or the 46-yard line. Let's see if they improve it any. Be great if they could return it for 6. Well, the kick team back on the field for both squads. Again, a high pooch kick. Reggie Lewis has it. Will bring it to the near side with blockers. They definitely improved their field position. Lewis on the run has one man to beat, and he's slammed to the turf. Outstanding job of pursuit by Javon Edom. But the Lions greatly improved their position by making that decision. And they'll have it in Southwest territory at the 17-yard line. Great return by Reggie Lewis. We'll see if the Lions can get their lead back to 10 or more here. They send Lewis in the slot to the far side along with Chandler as the wide out. 2 wide outs to the bottom of your screen as well. R.J. Young gets a good snap, fakes the handoff, throws in the flat. It is complete. Nice job of getting yards out of that by Dwayne Simmons. Get it down to the 14-yard line. 2nd down and 7. Clock running under a minute now. Young follows the block of Mason Smith. Welcome inside the 10. Down to the 6. Pickup of 8 on the play for R.J. Young. And picks up the first down, 1st and goal for Waco High. They have no timeouts left. I'm sorry, the score, yeah, that's right, no timeouts left. Southwest has one left. And off to Mason Smith, welcome. He bounces off a couple of Raiders, but they get the entire gang there to bring him down, led by Lawrence Taylor. Raylon Carter also in on the tackle. Not sure why the clock has stopped, but it has. No gain on the play. Now our referee Nelson Barnes walking over to.
Please set the game clock at 17 seconds.
Yeah.
The offensive player's helmet came off, and with no timeout, there's a 10-second runoff under 1 minute.
So there's the explanation. A loss of the helmet brings a 10-second runoff. 17 seconds left for the Lions to try to get into the end zone. Young looking to his left, throws to the corner, and it's incomplete. Trying to get his third touchdown pass to Marcus Chandler.
Brings up a 3rd down.
Ball's back at the 8-yard line. With 12 seconds to go. Lewis in the slot to the left of the formation. And at the running back spot is Bedford. Young rolls, throws, it's complete. Gets it to Reggie Lewis, but there is a flag at the 10-yard line. Holding against Waco High, it's coming back.
Holding number 27 on the offense. The 10-yard penalty completes 3rd down. There is no 10-second runoff as the player gets
Joseph Bedford trying to protect his quarterback. Gets called for the holding penalty. Keeps it 3rd and goal, but it moves the ball back to the 18. Now sometimes that gives your receivers a little bit more room to get open. 6 seconds left. The Raiders call their final timeout. Trailing by 4. I'll make that trailing by 3 at 22-19. Yeah, math was my best subject. Southwest grabbed the early lead, but Waco High was able to time and then overcome it. Grabbing the lead for the first time with 10:26 left to go in the second quarter. Had a lead by as much as 10 at one point in the first half. And now head coach Lyndon Helt and his offensive brain trust, led by offensive coordinator Nathan Vogel. Looking for that one play here at the end of the half that can extend their lead. R.J. Young takes the snap, rolls left, looking into the corner, gets a block, now tries to run away from pursuit. Still keeping the play alive, looking to throw the football, just throws it out of bounds, and that's going to be it for the half. Waco Lion, Mason Smith, welcome, lost his helmet on the play. But R.J. Young run out of bounds somewhere around the 22, 23-yard line. Loses about 5 on the play. And we go to halftime with our score. Waco High 22, Fort Worth Southwest 19. Stay tuned. Our halftime activities are coming up in just a moment.
Hello, everybody. My name is Joshua Pena. I'm with the man himself, Derek Johnson. And my first question I have for you today is, what's it like being here after everything you've accomplished?
Man, I love it. I love being here. It's home, you know. It's one place you can call home, and being able to come here and all the fans, the friends, the family, they welcome me with open arms, regardless of where I've been in life. Waco is home, and I've always, whenever I come back here, you get chills. So it's great being back.
What do you remember the most about Waco High?
Oh man, just being a Waco High Lion, being able to go out there on that field at WISD Stadium and handle business and knock people's heads around, just have fun at the end of the day, and family and friends, and they just I get a warm welcome when I come back to this place, and my mom's still here, I have my sister's still here, so I have family still here, so I'm not a stranger to Waco at all, but Waco's home, and I'm very proud of it.
And what advice would you give to students at Waco High?
Seize the moment. Seize the moment. What I would give advice to students now: seize the moment. You will be grown soon, and you have to take advantage of your moments right now. Being a high schooler and just making sure you make good grades, stay out of trouble, and life will be a little bit better for you later on.
Well, that's all the questions I have for you today, Jerry Johnson. Thank you so much for your time. Back to y'all.
Executive Committee will present our class of 2023 Hall of Fame members. First of all, our committee members: Walter Abercrombie, University High School class of 1978. Walter is a 2000 inductee in the Waco ISD Hall of Fame. He played in the NFL for 8 seasons and now serves as an associate athletic director at his alma mater, Baylor University. Also, Alfred Anderson, Richfield High School class of 1980. Alfred is also a 2000 inductee in the Waco ISD Hall of Fame, also a Baylor alum. Alfred played 8 seasons in the NFL. He is fully retired, enjoying family life, and is actively involved in the Mansfield community. Next, Sean Trocum, Waco High School class of 1988. Sean is a 2014 member of the Waco ISD Hall of Fame. She played basketball at McLennan Community College and Texas A&M University. Sean is currently the athletic director at McLennan Community College. The Waco ISD Athletic Department annually recognizes student athletes who excelled on the field from past years while attending schools within the Waco Independent School District. This year, the Athletic Department formed the Athletic Hall of Fame Executive Committee, which consists of 4 previous Hall of Fame members to assist in the evaluation and the selection of new members moving forward. This committee consists of the following members: Walter Abercrombie, Alfred Anderson, Sean Trocum, and Johnny Tusa. We greatly appreciate and value these executive committee members. Fans, please direct your attention to the center of the field as we introduce 3 of our 4 Waco ISD Athletic Hall of Fame members for the class of 2023. First off, we have Tracy Thomas, Jefferson Moore High School class of 1986. Tracy Thomas is a Waco native and 1986 graduate of Jefferson Moore High School. She was very active in team sports in her youth, and once in middle school started playing basketball, volleyball, track, and field events, and even participated in the band where she played the clarinet. Her accomplishments while at Jefferson Moore included being a senior drum major and numerous recognitions for her performance on the basketball court, including team captain, District 6 4A MVP, Super Syntex Player of the Year twice, first team All-Regional, and third team All-State. A highly touted basketball recruit from Jefferson Moore, Tracy accepted a full scholarship to Texas A&M University in 1986. She was a 3-year letterman and unfortunately suffered a career-ending knee injury her senior year at A&M. Following her senior year, Tracy went on to become a student assistant coach for 2 years. In 1991, she was honored with her own Texas A&M women's basketball trading card. She graduated from Texas A&M with a degree in journalism in 1992. That same year, she also began her professional career with the Boys and Girls Club of Brazos Valley and is currently the Director of Safety and Facilities. Over her 31-year career, she has thoroughly enjoyed working with youth, providing them with positive opportunities to excel, learn valuable life lessons and skills to help them become productive members of their community. Tracy firmly believes that 100 years from now, it will not matter whether your bank account was how big your house was, or what kind of car you drove, but the world was made better because you were important in the life of a child. Please welcome Tracy Thomas to the Waco ISD Athletic Hall of Fame, class of 2023. Our next inductee is Charlie Rigney, Richfield High School class of 1986. Charlie Rigney was born and raised in Waco and has lived in Waco his entire life except for 2 years in Dallas after college. Charlie attended elementary school at Dean Highland, 6th grade at J.H. Hines, 7th and 8th grades at Lake Air Junior High, and completed his career at Richfield High School, all within the Waco Independent School District. During his time at Richfield High School, Charlie competed in both baseball and basketball. He was a 2-year letterman on the basketball team and a 3-year letterman on the baseball team. He flourished on the diamond where he was 2-time All-District and a first-team Super Syntex selection in 1986. During his senior year, he was 5-0 as a pitcher and posted a .396 batting average. The 1986 Richfield team were district champions and a Texas High School baseball region finalist. The 1986 Richfield High School baseball team's wins, total of 29, is currently the most wins by any Waco ISD baseball team. Charlie went on to play baseball for Baylor University, where he was a 4-year starter and team captain, awarded all Southwest Conference player recognition, and received the Larry Isbell Most Valuable Player Award recipient in 1991. In 1991, the Baylor baseball program had a 40-20 record and was eventually eliminated from the regional championship by the #1 ranked team in the nation, the Wichita State Shockers. Charlie is currently regional president of Independent Financial, an $18 billion financial institution with 92 offices throughout Texas and Colorado. He is active in the community and currently serves as a director for the 100 Club of the Heart of Texas Board of Advisors for the Greater Waco Chamber of Commerce and as a board member of the TST Foundation. Mr. Rigney's past volunteer and board roles included Big Brothers and Big Sisters, the Texas Sports Hall of Fame, Baylor Waco Foundation, Greater Waco Sports Commission, and Leadership Waco. Charlie has been married for 28 years to his wife Elizabeth. He has a 22-year-old son by the name of Will and an 18-year-old daughter by the name of Reagan. The Rigney family attends St. Paul Episcopal Church in Waco, Texas. Please welcome Charlie Rigney to the Waco ISD Athletic Hall of Fame, class of 2023. And now, Reggie Miller, Waco High, class of 1988. Reggie Miller is a 1988 graduate of Waco High School, a multi-sport athlete for the Lions. He lettered in football, basketball, baseball, and track, eventually earning all-district and Super Syntex honors during his high school career. Reggie excelled on the football team and earned a football scholarship to Baylor University. He was a 4-year letterman and earned all Southwest Conference honors in 1989 and 1992 as returner and wide receiver. Additional honors during his playing career at Baylor included Waterburger Player of the Week versus SMU, and the Sherrison Hutton Player of the Game versus the University of Houston. Reggie graduated from Baylor University in 1993 with a bachelor's degree in media communications and was then fortunate enough to sign a free agent contract with the San Diego Chargers. He currently resides in Hewitt, Texas with his wife and family and is currently employed at Baylor University as Director of Risk Services. Mr. Miller remains active in the community and has served on the Board of Directors for the McLennan County Child Welfare Program and currently serves on the Big 12 Conference Youth Protection Advisory Board, the Higher Education Protection Network Advisory Committee, and is a standing member of the Baylor Letterman's Fee Association of Baylor Athletics. One of the most memorable achievements was managing the Midway softball team and winning the 2003 Little League World Series alongside his 2 daughters who were members of that championship team. Please welcome Reggie Miller to the Waco ISD Athletic Hall of Fame, class of 2023.
Do you know what sports is?
Yeah.
Yeah? Good for you. Now you can join our all-exclusive sports channel. What kind of sports? All the sports, such as sports, and more sports. Who's playing the sports? You.
Me?
Waco High Lions.
Scan the QR code to follow us on YouTube.
Marching Band and Scarlet Line Drill Team. Waco High School is proud to present the Scarlet Line Drill Team under the direction of LaShonda Gaines. Scarlet Line officers are Captain Giselle Talavera, Co-Captain Gabriela Vasquez. Congratulations to the Dancer of the Week, Skylar Reese, and Spirit Member of the Week, Savannah Torres. The Scarlet Line will be performing a rousing routine to the Fits and the Tantrum smash hit, Hand Clap. The Scarlet Line. And now, Waco High School proudly presents the 2023 Lion Pride Marching Band. The 2023 Waco High Band is under the direction of Tyler Sage, Michelle Nelson, and Austin Lemons. Percussion is instructed by Adrian Rodriguez. The color guard is instructed by Michelle Michaelwitz. Visual instructors are Spencer Childers and Amber Meeks. Student drum majors are Ryan Montanez and Genesis Romero. A very special thanks goes out to all of our band members for an outstanding job during the 2023 Summer Band Camp. Tonight, the Lion Pride Band will be performing the first movement of their competition show entitled Of Light and Shadow, featuring the music of Stephen Renicky. The band would also like to dedicate tonight's performance to the memory of Mr. Scott Stewart. Drum majors Ryan Montanez and Genesis Romero. Is your band ready? Lion Pride Band, take the field in performance.
Hello, everybody. My name is Joshua Pena. I'm with Hall of Fame inductee Tracy Thomas. And my first question I have for you today was, what was it like being at Waco High?
Well, I was actually at Jefferson Moore. We were one of the last group of seniors before they consolidated the three high schools, Waco High, Jefferson Moore, and Richfield. They took our mascot, Richfield colors, and, of course, Waco High's name. And it was a great experience. Met a lot of friends, learned a lot of new things, had great coaches along the way, and had a lot of fun.
What's it like being honored for your achievements?
It is outstanding. I was really surprised. I was overwhelmed, but it's exciting. I feel honored, and I want to thank some of the coaches along the way. Coach Oliver Jones, Coach Alice Pollard, and Coach Julia Dixon, and of course there are many more. But I am very, very thankful.
And what would you tell people that have similar goals to yourself?
I tell anybody, hey, keep working hard, Keep pushing one day at a time. You can do whatever you want to do, but work hard. Don't ever give up.
Thank you so much. That's all the questions I have for you today. Thank you so much, Tracy Thomas. Back to the game.
Waco Lions returning to the field after our halftime activities. We'll send out our congratulations to Tracy Thomas, Reggie Miller, and Charlie Rigney for being inducted into the Waco Athletic Hall of Fame. Some first half statistics we have for you. Waco High in the first half has run 36 offensive plays for 269 yards. Fort Worth Southwest just 20 plays from scrimmage for 150. Waco High has done most of theirs through the air. 8 of 12 passing for 187 yards. The Raiders just 2 of 5 passing for 19 yards. Waco High leads 22-19 as we head into the second half. They have 11 first downs to 7 for their opponents. Waco High, though, has turned the ball over 3 times tonight, but they've dominated time of possession. Held the ball for 14 minutes and 47 seconds of the first half. The Raiders had it for 9 minutes and 13 seconds. Individually, R.J. Young is 8 of 12 passing for 187 yards for the Lions. Most of that going to Marcus Chandler. 3 catches for 136 yards and 2 TDs. Reggie Lewis has caught 3 for 38. Dwayne Simmons 2 for 13. Leading rusher for the Lions in the first half, Mason Smith-Welcome, 13 carries for 25 yards. R.J. Young's carried 4 times for 12, but he's also fumbled a few times. Keno Tillman has led the way on the ground for the Raiders. 10 carries for 116 yards. And their receiver number 3, I'm going to call him question mark the Mysterian, has got 2 of the 5 passes thrown by Nolden for 19 yards. Second half underway. Ball coming to the near sideline, taking it at the 15-yard line. Taking it up across the 30 is Kevin Cheeks. He gets it out to the 31-yard line. The Waco High defense. The front 3 are Foley, Bryant, Dugas. The linebackers, Neal, Amos, Good, and Gonzalez. Defensive backfield, Sumter, Irvin, Livingston, and Dudley. Done a good job in the first half, holding their opponents to 150 yards on just 20 snaps. From the 31. Handoff goes to Tillman. He's up to the 35 and will get up to near the 40-yard line. Pickup of 9 on the play for Keno Tillman. Taylor, one of the 2 wideouts to the far side. Passes off the hands of the would-be target. That's number 10, Kevin Cheeks. Passing has not been the strong suit for the Raiders tonight. 2nd and 1 is a perfect time to try a pass. Question mark the Mysterian, the only receiver on the near side. At least that's the name we're going to give him, since they didn't put a name on the roster. Now we have a flag, false start against the Raiders. Being the first game of the season, this has been a relatively penalty-free game. So 3rd down and 6 now. Back of the 35. Does that change it to a passing down for head coach Philip Tanner? Two-back set that they put in an offset eye now. They hand it off to Taylor. Or excuse me, the quarterback keeps the ball and gets it off to Tillman. Tillman's not going to get anywhere. The Waco High defense pitches a 4th and out to start the second half. That's one of those goals that they have on the goal board that will reach here in this opener. Reggie Lewis waits for the punt at his own 29. And Southwest is going to take a timeout. Interesting timeout. 4th and 4 on your first possession of the third quarter. Southwest was able to grab the lead in the first half on their first possession, with Tillman going 35 yards for the first score. Lions, though, answered back on their next possession, the 67-yard catch and run by Marcus Chandler. Southwest got an interception return for a touchdown that gave them a 12-6 lead early in the second quarter. Waco High pretty much took control from there, took a 10-point lead at 22-12. Raiders were able to catch up a little bit just before the end of the half. So after the timeout, snap back is good. Not much of a rush. Short punt will go out of bounds. And we have a whistle and a timeout as for some reason the punter is down after the kick. I don't see a flag, so I don't think anybody ran into him. So he will be attended to by the training staff, the Waco High staff, the first to arrive. The way they're working on the young man, it appears it's just leg cramps that they're working on. Caleb Lazare getting a little help to the sideline as he limps it off. So Waco High gets the ball with 10:06 to go in the third quarter. They're ready to go, but the injured man's not off the field yet. Bedford and Smith welcome in the backfield with R.J. Young as Lewis goes in motion. The snap goes off of Young's hands, and he's just going to have to corral it and fall down. The rush got on top of him. He's going to lose 6 yards back to the 41. Second and 16. Not a good start to the second half. Rayshawn Tolliver, the junior center, will take the play to the, or at least the offensive formation to the lineman up front. So they break the huddle with the two running back set. Young with a three-step drop, goes down the sideline for Chandler and overshoots him. Right now, both defenses are showing up out of the locker room. So Waco High faces a 3rd and 16. Not sure what page that is in the playbook. Page 85. Young with the three-step drop, has time, goes across the middle, has a man open, but he overthrows, and it's intercepted. It's Tillman with the interception. Reggie Lewis with the tackle. Lewis the intended receiver, but okay. Pass for kick. P for K. Down to the 23-yard line. Fourth turnover by the Waco High offense in the game. As the Raiders get the ball back with 9:13 left to go in our third quarter, trailing by 3 at 22-12. That was our halftime score. Well, now the Waco High defense has to go to work. Send Taylor in motion out of the backfield, but hand it off to Tillman. He is wrapped up by LZ Amos before he reaches the 30-yard line. So he got to the 28 to pick up a 5 on the play. Checking into the defensive line for Waco High, number 55, Jamian Dugas. Handoff goes straight ahead running by Carter. Carter gets it close to the first down, but not quite there. Calling to pick up a 4 on the play, brings up 3rd down and 1. Carter and Tillman in the backfield. Low snap, but the handoff goes to, actually that's Taylor. Taylor's able to bounce it outside to the 40 and pick up the first down. Pick up of 8 yards on the play. Kind of a phantom 8, huh? He found 8 yards out of that somehow. Bumbling and stumbling his way. Pitch out into the flat. Complete up to near midfield. On the catch is Roy Williams. His first catch of the night. They get it to the 48-yard line. That's a pickup of 8 on the play. 2nd and 2. Handoff straight up the middle. First down picked up. And they're in Waco territory. Down to the 46-yard line. And timeout as we once again have an injury on the field. This time it's a Waco Lion being attended to. The last carry goes to Carter. Picked up about 8 on the play. 7 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in our third quarter. Waco High with a 3-point lead at 22-19. That was our halftime score. I mentioned that Waco High has a road trip to Dallas W.T. White next week. The Southwest Raiders have a home game against Wilmer Hutchins. They're going to play that on a Saturday. If I remember correctly, I think the Southwest schedule only has them playing 5 Friday night games. Otherwise, they're playing on Thursdays or Saturdays. O'Shawn Neal, junior linebacker, defensive back, being helped to the sideline. He was one of those mainstays in the defense last year for the Lions. At least he's on his feet coming to the sideline. See who takes his spot at the Wolf linebacker spot. Football terminology is one of those things that I just can't get used to. Waco High refers to their linebackers as the Wolf, Will, Sam, and Snake, instead of outside linebacker, inside linebacker. 1st and 10 from the Waco 46. Taylor gets it into offset eye. On the counter, pitch to Taylor. Gets a block on the edge, but then gets mowed under. There to make the stop was Jamian Moore. Moore comes into the game with fresh legs and makes the tackle. So he came into the game for O'Shawn Neal. Gain of 1 on the play. 2nd and 9 at the Waco 45. Tillman bounces off of one of his own men, gets by a shooting linebacker and takes it down the far sideline once again. Out there to make the tackle is Jamian Moore. A nice run that time by Tillman. Take it deep into Waco territory all the way down to the 11-yard line. A gain of 34 yards on the play, the biggest gainer on the ground of the night for the Raiders. And once again, we have an injured player on the field. Waco Lion being attended to between the 40 and 45-yard line. Going to be the 8th play of the drive coming up. That's possibly the longest drive we've seen by any team. As a lot of those touchdowns have come after just 3-play drives. Tillman now has 14 carries for 165 yards and 2 touchdowns. On his own power, coming to the sideline is Amias Irvin from his cornerback spot. Quite possibly we'll see little Stephen Lloyd there. Lloyd, a 5'7" junior, will take over for Amias Irvin. So a couple of returners from last year's defense on the sideline right now due to injury. As Southwest once again threatens to take the lead. They had the early lead in the first quarter. Lions wrestled it back early in the second quarter and held on to it at halftime by 3 points. We're still at our halftime score of 22-19. Maybe because of the injury, we're taking the extra hydration timeout here with 6:19 left to go in the third quarter. Officials don't seem to be in a hurry to start the play clock. Now they start the play clock. One wide receiver to the far side. 3 to the right of the formation. Carter, the running back in the backfield on this set of downs. Carter gets the handoff, busts it up the middle. Moore is there to stop his progress before the rest of the posse gets there. Pickup of about 4 on the play. Down to the 8-yard line. Once again, Carter with the football, gets it to the 5, across the 5-yard line as he rolled right over the top, and middle linebacker Jalen Good. Down to the 4. Third down at about 2. Mike to Carter, throw across the middle and to the hands of number 14. That's Roy Williams with the touchdown catch. And the Raiders have the lead for the second time in the game. Extra point attempt is on its way. It appears to be good. I thought I saw a procedure, but I don't see a flag on the play, so it'll count. So the score is now 26-22 in favor of the Southwest Raiders. Longest drive of the night for either offense in both time and number of plays. 10 plays, 77 yards. Took 4 minutes and 27 seconds for Southwest to take their second lead of the game. 26-22 on the 4-yard pass to Roy Williams. Lions have had the ball only once here in the second half. And that possession ended on the second interception of the night, thrown by R.J. Young. But that was on a 3rd and 16 and almost worked as good as a punt. But the Raiders took that interception and drove it 77 yards for the go-ahead score. Marcus Chandler apparently hit a knee as he made the catch at the 28-yard line. Well, that's where Waco High will set up shop, their second possession of the second half. R.J. Young has had a somewhat inconsistent first half. 187 yards, but 2 interceptions and a couple of fumbles. But a couple of touchdown passes to Marcus Chandler, who's at the bottom of your screen, along with Reggie Lewis, as the 2 wideouts to the left of the formation. Young with the straight drop, goes to the sideline, completes it to Wireman. Not a long gain, but it still gains about 4 yards on the play. Get it up to the 32-yard line for a gain of 4. Oliver gets a good snap back. Young keeps the ball after faking the handoff to Welcome. and gets close to the first down and may have it. Yeah, they're going to mark the ball back at the 36 where he started his slide. So just a gain of 4 on the play. Brings up a 3rd down and 2. Bedford in the backfield. They fake the handoff. Young keeps it, has it across the 40 up to the 42 and the first down. Did not see R.J. Young carry the ball that much in the first half, but on this particular drive has decided to tuck the football and go with it a couple of times. 6-yard pickup there. Sixth carry of the night for Young for 12 yards. Simmons and Wireman wide to the far side. Young fakes a pass that way. Now under pressure, has to get rid of it. Almost got it to Wireman, who was wide open down the sideline. That almost turned into 6 points unexpectedly. But Young did a good job of keeping the play alive. Wireman, and maybe an even better job of getting open for his quarterback. Clock stopped with 2:52 left in the third quarter. Waco High trailing 26-22. Second time they've trailed in this contest. Again, Young back to pass. From the blind side, he gets hit, but he already delivered the ball, and it is complete to Simmons out in the left flat. And Simmons is going to be close to the first down if he does have it. Young paid the price for that completion. After he got rid of it, he got hit from the left side, or from the right side. He doesn't seem to be any worse for wear. A ball in the Southwest Territory at the 46. Pick up a 12 on that pass play. Clock rolling again with 2.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Fumble in the backfield. Young is able to gobble it back up. Little problems between he and Bedford on the exchange. Going to be a loss of 4 back to midfield. Ball security has been the one bugaboo tonight for the Waco offense. Second and long. They tighten it up a bit. But Young still back to pass. Throws underneath to Reggie Lewis. Apparently that bounced into him. Third and 14 at midfield. Keep your eye on number 17 at the bottom of your screen, Marcus Chandler. He has been the deep threat tonight for the Lions. Reggie Lewis joins him as the wideouts to the left of the formation. Young has time, now flushed from the pocket to his right, looking to get rid of the football and does, but it's going to be incomplete at the far sideline. Trying to get that to Wireman. I think we're about to see something that the Lions have not done. Oh, take that back. We got a flag back at the 40-yard line and Waco's into the field. Nelson. Wow, that's going to give the Lions a first down. That's a momentum changer right there. On the horse collar. That's 15 yards and a first down. All the way down to the 35-yard line, I do believe, is where they'll mark the football. After that penalty, that's the first costly penalty we've seen tonight for either team. Because the Raiders were about to get the football back. As Waco was facing a 4th and 16. A new series of downs for the Lions. Mason Smith, welcome, looking for room over right tackle. Finds enough room to get to the 33-yard line for a gain of 2. LZ Amos checks into the backfield. Also checking into the offense, Javier Galvan, a 5'9", 205-pound junior. Used him as a tight end. Single receivers to each eye. Double tight end formation. Hand off to LZ Amos. He slides by one would-be tackler, takes it down the near sideline, inside the 10, fights his way to the 2. LZ Amos breaks it open for the Lions. Sets them up 1st and goal after the 31-yard scamper to the 2-yard line. Fifth carry, and he's got 84 yards in 5 carries. And he stays in the backfield. Once again, a little trouble with the snap by R.J. Young. He recovers it at the 9-yard line. And that's going to be our final play of the 3rd quarter. As we head to the 4th, our score is Waco trailing the Raiders by a score 26-22. Now this.
Hello, everybody. My name is Joshua Pena. I'm with Hall of Fame inductee Charlie Rigney. Now, I understand you went to Richfield before Waco High became Waco High. What was it like being in Richfield?
It was great. You know, I look back. I have so many fond memories. I made so many great friends, and you know, at that time there were 4 schools in Waco, so we got to compete against other schools that were here local. So it was a lot of fun. Great memories.
What's it like being honored for your achievements here?
You know, it's very very humbling. I feel very honored. I look up there on the board and see the great athletes that have come through Waco and in the Hall of Fame, and so some of them I've played with or I knew growing up. So just very honored.
And what would you tell people that have similar goals to yourself?
I just say I wasn't the biggest or wasn't the strongest. Just worked really hard. Wasn't the most highly recruited, and just kept working at it. And at the end of the day, I ended up having a lot of success. Probably a lot more success than people ever thought I would. So that's what I'd tell them. Hey, just keep working hard. Have a positive attitude, and you can achieve great things.
Fantastic. That's all the questions I have for you today. Thank you so much for your time. Back to the game.
Ready for the last 12 minutes of this one. Waco High trying to recapture the lead here. Jamian Moore is checked in as the quarterback. Takes the snap, but the whistle blows and a procedure call against the Lions. That's going to mark them back another 5. Goes back to the 14. This is the second time we've seen Moore at the quarterback spot. That fumble just before the end of the quarter, Hudson Harp was in at the quarterback spot. Well, R.J. Young, Hudson Harp, and Jamian Moore all been used at quarterback tonight by the Lions. LZ Amos trying to get through and unable to do so. Loses a couple of yards to the 16. Lions got as close as a 2-yard line, then started going backward. Thanks to a fumbled snap, a procedure penalty. And now the loss by Amos. 3rd and goal from the 16. And Hudson Hart back in at quarterback. Still has LZ Amos in the backfield with him. Harp looking to pass to the left corner. It's a jump ball and it's intercepted. Headed down the far sideline. LZ Amos going to run him out of bounds. And they'll throw a flag because Amos apparently carried him a little too far out of bounds. So that'll add 15 to the end of the interception. But that interception thrown by Harp. Second interception of the night. It turns away one of the best drives of the night for Waco High. It was a 13-play drive that comes up for nothing. And they turn the ball over with 11:25 to go. Had the ball for 5 minutes and 21 seconds. Waco chapter calls that a late hit out of bounds. They hit him inbounds. He just carried him a little further out of bounds than I guess they cared for. But still a 15-yard penalty going to give the Raiders the ball at the 50. "13 plays and held the ball for 5 minutes and 27 seconds and still not able to get any points out of it." So Southwest with a chance to get some distance here. Up by 4. Try to get up by at least 2 scores. Taylor in the backfield along with his quarterback, Donovan Holden. Holden again checks the sideline with 5 seconds left on the play clock. And now they're going to call a timeout, I believe, as they just can't get on the right page with their first play of the 4th quarter. That's their second timeout taken here in the second half, so they're just going to have one more left. You would think as long as a drive as Waco High had, 5 minutes and 13 plays, that they would already have their offense ready to go as soon as they came onto the field, but apparently they could not. Maybe it was the defense that Waco High put out there that had them a bit confused. Notice that R.J. Young has come out of the medical tent. And seems to be doing okay, so Mom down there in the medical tent also checking out R.J. Young, but he's jogging along the sidelines and appears ready to get back into the ball game. Again, R.J. missed most of the season last year, injured in the second game of the year in his sophomore campaign. They're relying on him heavily here in his junior year, the 6'2", 205-pound quarterback. All right, the Raiders are ready. Put a man in motion out of the split backfield that puts 3 receivers to the left of the formation. Back to pass. Under a rush. And sacked. Middle linebacker Jalen Good. A sophomore middle linebacker gets in for the sack. Loss of 8 on the play, back to the 42 in Waco territory. Second down and 18. Took a timeout only to get sacked. Carter and Taylor in the backfield now. Handoff goes to Taylor. Collar's block around the side. He's going to be taken out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Getting over there to send him out of bounds was O'Shawn Neal. Good to see him back in the game. Mark it at the 40, a loss of 2 on the play. 3rd and 20. Defense has definitely dominated this second half. Only score has been by Southwest at the end of a 10-play, 77-yard drive in the third quarter. Again, back to pass. A screen pass thrown to Carter. Carter gets away from one would-be tackler. Will get it back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a yard more, but that's it. And they're going to be forced to punt. Pick up a 10 on the play. Right now, Waco High not expecting a punt. I don't see the punt team on for the Raiders. Well, going forward on 4th and 10 at midfield. Show some confidence in your defense. Going long, man wide open and overshot him. Tried to get that out to Cheeks, but just a little out of his reach. And the ball will go over at midfield on downs with 9:34 left to go in the game. Waco High trailing by 4 at 26-22. Good job on defense by the Waco High defense. Now it's the offense's turn as R.J. Young checks back in at the quarterback spot. Mason Smith welcome there with him. Send Chandler and Lewis wide to the left. Looking to pass. Swing pass out to Mason Smith. Welcome, a little too high for him. He can't come down with it. Had Lewis and Chandler out to block for him, but ball was thrown a little high and behind him. That one needs to be out in front of him. Need to lead him. Simmons comes to the near side with Wireman. Handoff goes to Smith. Welcome. Following the block of Reggie Lewis is into the open, down to the 30, to the 20, to the 15, and out of bounds just before he gets to the 10-yard line. At 37 yards on the pickup by Mason Smith. Welcome down to the 13. 1st and 10, Waco High. They're knocking on the door to take the lead. They are in the red zone again. Last possession, they got as close as the 2-yard line and then went backward. Need to punch it in here. Send Lewis in motion. Hand off to Wilt Smith. Welcome. He's across the 10. Carries a would-be tackler down to the 5. Good hard running by Mason Smith. Welcome. Picks up 8 yards on the play down to the 5. I got it 2nd and 2 at the 5-yard line. They need to get to the 3 to pick up a new set of downs. Offense looking to the sideline. Offensive coordinator Nathan Vogel gets the play. Clock rolls to the 8:35 mark. Amos cuts it back. He's into the end zone for the touchdown. LZ Amos has been a load in the backfield when they needed him tonight. His 7th carry of the night for 89 yards and his first touchdown of the year. Lions back in front, looking to add the extra point. Jose Almanza out of the hole to Mason Smith. Welcome. Misses it. So it's a 2-point game. Lions on top 28-26 with 8:29 left to go in the contest. Just 4 plays to get into the end zone for the Lions on this possession from 50 yards out. Do it in 1 minute and 5 seconds to recapture the lead at 28-26. Now it's up to the Lion defense to keep the Raiders out of the end zone, get the ball back to the offense to try to run out the rest of this clock. Head coach Lyndon Helt having a discussion with their officials along the sideline, talking to the field judge and the back judge. Not sure what this discussion could be about, other than Coach Helt trying to run a little bit more time to allow his kicking team to get ready to go. Yeah, the guy that hasn't had much to do with this game so far, but had a lot to do with last season for the Raiders. Martavius Boswell is at the 22-yard line. He is very dangerous. Kick going to go out of bounds on the far side. Mark it at the 35. That'll put it at the 40. After the 5-yard walk-off. It's what, the third or fourth time we've had that penalty tonight. But it definitely keeps the ball away from those dangerous returners. 60 yards away from recapturing the lead. Lions led at halftime, 22-19. Raiders grab the lead back at 26-22. Now the Lions have the lead at 28-26. Something the Waco High defense saw that they didn't like. They call the timeout before the play gets going. First timeout called by the Lions here in the second half. They'll have 2 more to go. Raiders left with just 1 timeout.
Hello, everybody. My name is Joshua Pena. I'm with Hall of Fame inductee Reggie Miller. And my first question I have for you today, what was it like being at Waco High?
It was great. It was a great learning experience. I got there the first year of consolidation as a junior. That was a little work, you know, everybody kind of coming together, learning each other a little bit. And then my senior year was great as well. Great learning experience. Learned a lot from Coach Tusa and the rest of the coaching staff. So happy about that.
And what's it like being honored for your achievements?
Totally surprised. Very humble about it. Very appreciative, grateful. Thankful to be recognized. There's a ton of guys that, in my opinion, probably deserve to be here before me, but I'm grateful for it, thankful for it. It appears the hard work paid off. So,
And my final question for you is, what would you tell people with similar goals to yourself?
I would tell them just to work hard, keep your head down. Nothing happens overnight. Just to stay consistent, stay committed, and to stay disciplined.
Well, that's all the questions I have for you today. Thank you so much for your time.
All right, thank you.
Back to the game.
Again, the Lions in a 9-team district only get 2 chances in non-district play to get ready for district action. They will start district at Granbury on September the 8th. They then come home to play Midlothian the next week. They also have road games at Lake Belton, Red Oak, and Cleburne. Their home games include that Midlothian game is also one against Killeen Ellison, Killeen Shoemaker, and they end the season against the Killeen Kangaroos here at Waco ISD Stadium. Hopefully that's just the end of the regular season. They have some playoff football this year. Handoff goes to the running back, Tillman. And Tillman will get across the 50 down to about the 46-yard line. A 14-yard pickup for Tillman. From the Waco 46, a 1st and 10. They bunch 3 receivers to the right. 1 lone receiver to the left. Hand the ball off to Carter. Comes around the left side and carries Waco Lions down inside the 40 to maybe the 39. Now we get a flag late on the play. That's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Now which way does it go? Nelson Barnes will give us the information. One of the offensive linemen, Joshua Gudado, flagged for the personal foul. That'll take it back into Raider territory. All the way back to the 46. Brings up a 2nd down and 18. Carter again has the ball, goes over right tackle this time, back into Waco territory to about the 46. So a gain of 8 on that play for Carter. But it's 3rd and about 10. From the Waco 45. They'll make it 9 as they only have to get to the 36 to pick up the 1st down. Hand off to Carter. He's bottled up before he can get going at the 42-yard line. At the bottom of the pile for Waco High is O'Shawn Neal. Well, they went on for 4th and 10 earlier from the 50. No reason to believe they won't do it again here. Facing a 4th and about 6. And then once again, we have a timeout for an injury. And again, it's a leg cramp that's being attended to. Carter now with 9 carries for 50 yards. The Raiders starting to stack up some ground yardage. 240 yards on 31 carries now. Only attempted 10 passes and completed 5 of those for 41 yards. Well, I don't know if we're going to take the hydration timeout here after the injury, or it appears that that's what they're going to do, is take a little extra time here. Well, let's tell you what Waco High's numbers look like to this point. Offensively, they've run 35 plays for 158 yards. They are 10 of 20 passing for 203 yards. Not a bad night offensively. 361 yards on 55 snaps. The Raiders, 281 yards on 41 snaps. Started the game at game time with a temperature of 104. Gee, it's cooled off to a balmy 95. But you know, that turf, yeah, that turf is holding on to a lot of that heat. It's probably like 105 right now on that field. Well, that's the reason why we take the hydration timeout here. As the two teams get ready for the final 6 minutes and 53 seconds of this one. With Waco High on top by a score of 28-26.
All right, man, come on there. We need to carry it on. Fourth down.
So 4th and about 6 facing the Raiders. Tillman back in at the running back spot. Fake the handoff, rolling right. Pass is in the flat, complete, and has the first down. Well-designed play with Cheeks coming up with the catch. Pick up the first down and keep the drive alive for the Raiders. Now it looks like we have another player down. This time it's Waco's Amias Irvin who needs some attention. This is where Butch Henry would tell us, they're just not drinking enough pickle juice. First and 10 for Fort Worth Southwest. 3 receivers bunched to the right. Tillman gets the handoff. Tries to weave his way through traffic. Gets it maybe a yard. Up to the 32. Jordan Foley getting there to make the stop on him. Second and 9 from the 32. Clock continues to roll. We'll get under 6 minutes left in the contest. Waco holding on to a slim 2-point lead. Got a false start on one of the receivers out to the right of the formation. That was Cheeks who flinched out there. Brings up 2nd and 14. Moves it back to the 37. Roy Williams, the lone receiver to the near side. He's kind of been the clutch receiver tonight for the Raiders when they've needed a pass play. Screen pass straight up the middle. It's to Tillman, and he's in the open field. Inside the 20, inside the 10, inside the 5, and knocked out of bounds before he can. Oh, he does get into the end zone. Touchdown. 37 yards on the screen pass in the middle. To Tillman. Is that his 3rd touchdown tonight, I believe? 2 rushing and 1 receiving. And the Raiders go up 32-23 with the point after attempt to come. Surprised they're not going for 2 here. Which would put them up by 6. But right now they're showing just a try for the PAT. And he gets it just inside the left upright. There's 5:17 left to go in the game. And the Southwest Raiders have recaptured the lead at 33-28. Seven plays, 60 yards. Took him 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Well, hang on a second. There was a penalty on the play. Southwest about to take a point off the board because the penalties against Waco High, and it's going to give them a first down or a play from inside the 2-yard line, so maybe they now will go for that 2 points. Never wise to take points off the board. But that's what the Raiders are choosing to do here, as Waco High had a penalty on the play, which gives them another chance, and they'll go for 2 points. Fake the handoff. The throw is incomplete. Nice job on defense by Waco High's Isaiah Livingstone to spoil the 2-point conversion. So now it's just a 4-point game at 32-28. Now, granted, I'd said that I was surprised they weren't going for 2 to begin with to take the 6-point lead. But they had the 5-point lead as it was. But I guess 5, 4, 6, doesn't matter. Waco High's got to score at least a touchdown to either tie it or take the lead with the point after. Right now they can do it with just a touchdown, as they're up by 4. Field goal, though, won't tie the game. So again, 60 yards in 7 plays. 3:12 off the 4th quarter clock for Fort Worth Southwest to take the lead back in this seesaw contest. Waco High has to hold on to the football for this last 5:17 and score as late as possible and not give the Raiders another chance to have the football. Reggie Lewis behind Wireman on the far side. And he'll take it in at the 25-yard line and bring it to the near side. Gets by one would-be tackler. Gets some downfield blocks, tries to reverse field. and will finally be brought down before he gets to the 40-yard line. But another good return by Reggie Lewis.
So reminder again to Waco High students, the strength is reminding you to make sure you have your own call name.
38-yard line is where Waco High starts this drive. 62 yards away from taking the lead after a fairly decent return by Reggie Lewis. Chandler and Lewis would be the wideouts to the far side. Bedford, the running back in the backfield with R.J. Young. Send Lewis in motion, but they hand the ball off to Bedford. Lewis tries to block for him. Bedford able to get away from one would-be tackler, and the shirt-tail tackle won't bring him down. He's up to the 44-yard line for a gain of 6 on the play. First time that Joseph Bedford's carried the ball tonight. Gets it out to the 44. Now LZ Amos checks in as the running back. Play clock down to 9 as they break the huddle. Handed off to Amos, bounces it outside, cuts it back inside, and he's loose. Down to the 30, gets away from a would-be tackler down the sideline and into the end zone for the touchdown. LZ Amos, his second TD of the night. "56 yards for LZ Amos, but we have a flag thrown back at the 37-yard line. Nelson Barnes is going to tell us about it.
With unsportsmanlike conduct, number 20 on the defense.
The play will stand. Waco High has the lead. Took them a minute and 10 seconds and just 2 plays to take the lead back, thanks to the 56-yard explosion by LZ Amos. Now will they go for 2? Right now, they're up by 2. Don't think 2 points will matter much. Trying to make it a 3-point game. Kick is good. Waco High back in front, 35-32. With 4 minutes and 7 seconds left to go in the contest. Now the Waco High defense has to get the ball back. Remember now, the Raiders only have 1 timeout left. Scoreboard shows Waco High with 3 left, but I think they only have 2. Not unless they had that 1 timeout because of the hydration timeout. Well, we've had a seesaw battle here in the second half after the Lions had a 22-19 lead at halftime. Our mystery man, question mark the Mysterian, is one of the guys back at number 3 at the 20. Again, he's not listed on their roster with a name, just a number. That's why I've labeled him question mark the Mysterian. Had a pretty decent night receiving the ball. A couple of catches for 19 yards. Now, because of the penalty, the Lions will be kicking the ball off from the Raiders 45. Unsportsmanlike penalty will help the Lions in field position here. Lions have not been necessarily kicking the ball deep, but especially pointing out of bounds and giving up the 5 yards just to make sure that the ball is not returned. Pop up to the 17-yard line, taking in by the Mysterian. Now a flag thrown for a block in the back at about the 25-yard line. Well, that'll come back. Here's Nelson Barnes.
Number 4 on the return team. 10-yard penalty.
Just the typical penalty you see on kickoff returns. That'll move the ball inside the 20 back to the 18. So the Raiders are 82 yards away with just 4 minutes and a second left of the season opener to try to retake the lead. They trail by 3 at 35-32. Jose Puente leads out the defense. 5'10", 260-pound junior defensive lineman. Handoff coming around the left side is Tillman, chased out of bounds before he can get to the 25-yard line. O'Shawn Neal chasing him out. Out to the 23. It's a 5-yard pickup. Got out of bounds and stopped the clock with 3:55 to go. Taylor gets into the offset eye. On the option pitch, Taylor takes the pitch and is bottled up back at the 20. Good job of getting upfield by the cornerback. I believe that was Jalen Good. Might have been, no, take it back. I think it was Sumter that got upfield and turned him inside to where the rest of the pursuit could get there. A loss back to the 20. Loss of 3 on the play. 3rd and 8. Probable passing down here. Looking down the middle of the field. Throws deep, overthrown and incomplete. On the defense there was O'Shawn Neal. 5'11", 185-pound junior linebacker. Dropping back into coverage and forcing a 4th down. Seems like anytime Waco can force Southwest into a passing situation, it's the best thing for them, as their quarterback, Holden, is only 7 of 13 for 87 yards with under 3 minutes left to go in the game. This could be the game right here. Facing 4th down from their own 20-yard line. They're going for it. Now we got a whistle and procedure call against the Raiders. Another false start, which has kind of been the bugaboo for the Raiders tonight. Moves them back to the 15, where it's 4th and 13.
4th down and 13.
And they're still not punting. I think we've seen them punt 1 time tonight. But they're in a gamer situation right here. That's the reason why head coach Philip Tanner has decided to go for it here. They converted a 4th and 16 earlier in the game. On the screen pass, completes it to Tillman. He gets by a couple of would-be tacklers, but he's not going to get by Jamal Dudley Johnson. But he able to pick up the first down. All the way out to the 32. A gain of 19 on the play. They needed 13, they got 19. Clock rolling with 2:34. Pass in the flat. Caught, but no yardage for Taylor there. He's going to lose a couple back to the 30. They play it back to the 29. 2nd and 13. On the 28. Clock has under 2 minutes now. Again, back to pass. Looking deep, now flush from the pocket. The ball is deflected out of his hands as he tries to make the pass. Getting a hand on the football was Javon Bryant. 5'11", 215-pound senior defensive lineman. Good pursuit by Bryant there to spoil that one. 3rd and 13. From the 28 in Southwest Territory. 107 seconds left in the season opener. Waco High with a 3-point lead at 35-32. Split backfield. They send Taylor in motion. Back to pass. A screen pass to Tillman, and right in the middle of it for Waco High is Amias Irvin. Back from the leg cramp earlier, Irvin makes an outstanding play. He was looking for that one. Back to the 26. A 2-yard loss on the play. 4th and 15, and the Raiders used their last timeout with 81 seconds to go. Now they've already converted 1 4th down in this series, keeping the drive alive. But right now, what is really hurting them is that 15-yard penalty. The unsportsmanlike penalty on the LZ Amos touchdown. It cost them 15 yards of field position and back their drive up to the 18-yard line to start this possession. Meaning they had to go 81 yards to get into the end zone. Probably at least 60 yards to get into field goal range. To at least maybe tie the game. Earlier in the game, they converted a 4th and 16. They just converted a 4th and 14 moments ago, or 4th and 13. So they've been successful on 4th down tries. So Lyndon Helt, defensive coordinator Cody King, trying to figure out how to set their defense up here to maybe get a game-winning play here. A stop for the Lions. They win the game because the Raiders can't stop the clock again. Jordan Foley in at the nose tackle. Straight drop back. Looking deep. Throwing deep. Incomplete. Trying to get that to question mark the Mysterian. Do they say he made the catch or not? They say he made the catch. I think Lyndon Helt is. Well, they say he can make the catch. That was a heck of a catch by the Mysterian. And picks up the first down at the 44-yard line. Pickup of 18 on the play. Well, the Raiders aren't dead yet, but they're inside the final minute of the game. Again, a roll this time to the right. Looking to the sideline, overthrows his target. Defended there by Dudley Johnson. The receiver ends up out of bounds with a cramp. Got a illegal receiver downfield on the play for the Raiders, so the Lions are going to take the penalty and push them back inside the 40 to the 39. Still first down and 15. 45 seconds left to go. Put Taylor in motion. Hand it off to Tillman. Tillman bounces around the right side. Heads for the sideline. Goes out of bounds at midfield. Forced out by Myas Irvin. Pick up a 13. He's 2nd and 2 from the 50. Well, they say 2nd and 4 as he got to get to the 46. Just 39 seconds left now. Bend but don't break for the Waco defense. That's what they're trying to do here. A quick pass out in the flat, and it's incomplete thanks to Myas Irvin just unloading on question mark when the ball got there. Again, number 3, I have no name for him, so I've dubbed him question mark the Mysterian. You don't give me a name, I'll give them names. 3rd and 4 from midfield. Clock stopped with 34 seconds. Again to pass. Down the sideline. Taylor is open, takes the catch, but he's met immediately at the 33-yard line. As once again, Jamal Dudley Johnson there to make the stop. But Taylor has it down to the 33, pick up a 17 on the play, a 1st and 10. They're within Hail Mary distance with 22 seconds left. Waco High calls one of their timeouts. Trying to give the defense maybe a little bit of a breather here. This will be the 12th play of the drive. Number of play-wise, I think this is the longest drive of the night. It started with 4:07 left to go in the 4th quarter. Waco High with a 3-point lead, needing a defensive stop for the victory. So far, they have done a good job of keeping the Raiders in front of them, not letting anybody get behind them. Making Southwest earn every yard in this final 4:07. They've given up some big plays tonight. This isn't the time to do it. Raiders come from the sideline. Send a man, Roy Williams, to the near side. 3 receivers to the far side. They hand it off to Tillman in the backfield. He is wrapped up and brought down before he gets to the 30. Just a 2-yard gain for Tillman. The clock down to 10 seconds, and now we have an injured player down. Clock continues to roll. They don't end the game, and the game's over. The game is over. For whatever reason, the Raiders not able to jump up and get one more play off. And the Waco Lions are going to have a season open win by a score of 35-32 over the Fort Worth Southwest Raiders. Win number 3 for head coach Lyndon Helt at Waco High in his 3rd year, and a good way to start off the new season. So again, our final score is Waco High 35 and Fort Worth Southwest 32. For our entire crew at Leaping Lions Production, which includes Josh Pena, Ivan Martinez, Comadre Rubel, Mia Suarez, Isaiah Jester, Diana Madrigal, Chris Chapman, Jarvis Wilson, and their instructor, Will Burney. I'm Lark Smith. Good night from Waco ISD Stadium.
First of all, tonight, we'd like to introduce the MVP for the defense from Fort Worth Southwest Raiders. He could have also possibly been the offensive player, but he's the defensive player, and that is number 2, Martavius Boswell. Congratulations. Outstanding game on both sides of the ball. And now the offensive player going to Waco High, number 6, LaXavier Amos. And now number 56, Derek Johnson, Waco High Lions, presenting the trophy to the winning team, the Waco High Lions.